We're here, man.
Named the
This might be the
Drunken Master for his
nastiest.
wild antics and mesmerizing boxing style. Drunken Master for his wild antics and mesmerizing boxing style.
There's a look at that hand speed of Emanuel Augustus. Now here comes the showboating that he's known for. Right hand comes in. There's a good body shot.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie.
For his wild antics and mesmerizing boxing style.
There's a look at that hand speed of Emanuel Augustus. Now here comes the showboating that he's known for. Right hand comes in. There's a good body shot.
Emanuel Augustus will be remembered as one of the greatest entertainers in the ring.
One of. Maybe
delivering
D.
dizzying performances.
I gave to Burton, and now
The Chicago native gave Floyd Mayweather the toughest match of his career.
Hard punches from Mayweather. Good left, and Burton said, "No, you're not hurting me." Making fun of Mayweather.
And put on the brawl of the decade against Mickey Ward.
He went against Mickey Ward.
Today, we recall the kung fu fighting of a true drunken master.
Yeah, there's a right hand. He snuck back. Oh, look at him. He's having fun. He's dancing.
Hold on.
Who always
Now imagine hitting a dude, he get the dancing on you. He fought Mickey Ward though in Floyd. That Mickey Ward fight had to be crazy. Mickey Ward is
recall the kung fu fighting of a true drunken master.
Yeah, there's a right hand. He snuck back. Oh, look at him. He's having fun. He's dancing.
Who always brought his own unique atmosphere into the squared circle.
No. I ain't gonna lie.
Emanuel Burton was born in
Emanuel
1975
Burton.
and hails from the same U.S. region as the celebrated Mayweather clan.
People don't know shit about boxing at all. The greatest fighter in the world, they only come from one zone. The Midwest dominate the world of boxing. I ain't even gotta tell you that. Ask the mother who got their ass beat by somebody from the Midwest, and then you'll know.
Emanuel
Is that fact though? The greatest boxer from the Midwest? I mean, Tommy Hearns, Floyd. But Augustus, that's crazy.
Manny, for short, had a rough upbringing. His parents abandoned him, so the kid grew up in the foster care system and ended up in jail early.
I had my first fight when I was 12 years old. It took me a while before I actually hit back. And once I started hitting back, then I haven't stopped.
After being released, 17-year-old Augustus got hooked on the fights of another inmate at that time, Mike Tyson.
in a professional fight. And he's down again with an uppercut and Tyson. Hits him with a right left hook, and he goes down.
Who immediately led him to
That Mike Tyson, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I got it. Yeah, it's coming. I've been trying to hold off on it. It's coming, bro. I
join the
need
gym.
energy for
So
that Mike
broke
video,
that he
though.
couldn't even pay attention. In 1994,
Woo,
Manny decided to earn a living through his passion and went pro. Without a manager, the 19-year-old up-and-comer from the Midwest took bouts on minimum notice against anyone, at any place, and entertained the audience.
I'm not
in the
fighting no
process.
dude doing that, bro.
Scoring occasional knockouts. However, Burton, who later took the name Augustus, was not a mighty swinger, which he compensated for with a high output.
Hands if he's not careful. You're watching Emanuel when he gets loose
And an unreplicable style that drew comparisons to the antics of Jackie Chan's movie character, earning Manny the Drunken Master moniker.
round. Emanuel Aguilar is trying to keep his undefeated record in line, and oh, look at him. He's having fun. He's dancing.
But with no one to represent his interests, the judges would rob him on a regular basis.
Word.
Through the middle rounds, I think Augustus has pulled this fight off.
This bout is considered a majority draw.
The guy on the right, Aguilar, should be greatly
Bro,
appreciative.
come on,
The
bro.
reason for this bias was Manny's positioning as a journeyman who made a living fighting. He was put up against prospects and title contenders, and when Augustus proved more competitive than expected, boxing officials resorted to administrative resources.
Damn. They did him like that? And where I got him ranked that defensive wise though, like Is he one of the top defensive man? Defensive boxers of all time? What y'all think?
Even so,
That's
the
crazy.
Drunken Master was not one to argue politics. In the ring, though, Manny would glow and flow, consistently living up to his flashy nickname and delighting crowds along the way.
Enough to deal with that, but it can distract your opponent. It also can take you a little bit out of the fight. What an uppercut! And like I said, it can
That's nasty.
He was always willing to take on
That's
anyone
nasty.
for the amusement of grateful fans.
Bro, this shit don't even look like it's real though. Like,
What a shot!
This was aided by his sturdy chin,
But he's a little frustrated right now.
Blood to the face. There's a big hard right hand to the side of Burton's head.
which allowed Augustus to absorb blows from knockout artists
Community here start here. Burton getting hurt with the
and switch to attack mode in the midst of a shootout.
to make the Suki Indian reservation.
Ooh.
Because in this camp is this lively crowd. Burton, and now
Disco rhythm, bobbing and weaving was part of Manny's game as well.
I'm playing me.
keep working this hard.
Ooh, we weave.
Emanuel
Standing right in front of his adversary, he avoided damage with head movement and dished out himself.
He putting hands on that boy.
Take advantage of that.
Alternating wins and losses, Augustus fought for 4 years and ended up with a misleading record of 11-11.
11-11.
Notice so we talk about the last round. The right hand could land over Bill Chase's jab.
Fortunately for the binge-fighting Drunken Master,
Back to the inside. There's 3 rounds to go between Augustus and Jaime Ring.
in 1998, quantity transformed into quality, and he went on his longest streak,
And it's making Rangel lean forward.
Whoa.
consisting of 10 bouts with 6 knockouts.
Augustus looking for the left.
Damn.
Another straight right hand. He's trying to work.
He said, forget all that dancing shit. Come here.
It's gonna beat round, and right now straight punches are beating.
Oh, what a shot! Holy cow!
A key moment was Manny's visit to the UK, where he faced the IBF and WBO Intercontinental Champion John Thaxton, who had successfully
John
defended
Thaxton.
his belts for 2 years.
Oh, great shot!
And boasting a 16-3 record, was known as a southpaw with power in both fists. Hoping to surprise the foe, Thaxton decided to start out orthodox and even
Okay.
spun him in a waltz. Not appreciating the humor, Augustus cooled his jets. For a while, he seized the initiative on the front foot,
I think he's watch out. He's going to be cool on them big left hooks.
Oof.
But he catches Thaxton with a
And when he fight regular, oh my God. He
In
might
the
be,
second, the exchanges continued.
because you can't hit him. He defense. Oh,
great punches. Yes, and that one, the last one.
But an injury to Manny's right hand forced him to practically stop using it,
He must be kind of grinning at the moment, but that was a good left hand again.
allowing the Brit to work from southpaw more comfortably.
Thaxton
he injured his right hand?
from Burton.
After the break, the Drunken Master finally got excited.
Push at the end. What the jab. When you say for that right jab, he's a bit slow getting back.
And the title collision turned into the brawl everyone anticipated.
Still getting caught twice there by the
Ooh.
right. Grandstand finish to this round.
Ooh.
Good round for Thaxton again for me. I think he's won that round again.
The Warriors stuck to the previously set course up to the midpoint.
Ooh.
Well, he turned him round. As ever, Burton doing the better work at the end of the round.
He said, turn me around, I'm gonna jab you this
And
time.
although Thaxton was clearly ahead on the scorecards,
I think where Burton is going wrong is here's some of the good work early on from Thaxton. Oh, that's a terrific left.
Manny danced to the beat of his own drum as usual.
Well, he's upsetting the home crowd with his antics. They would love Thaxton to land one on him.
And patiently bringing him to a psychological breaking point.
Another good left hook from Thaxton. It's Burton showboating.
He trying to throw, he throwing bombs.
He's not heard.
He throwing bombs.
Doesn't matter, but it must be upsetting that
By the 7th round, John presented no threat in Augustus's eyes.
he
a very good fighter, but he's getting called there.
And having lost his mobility, couldn't escape the danger.
Oh!
He then received a combo.
Oh!
8 hooks by the ropes.
Gonna try and hold the guy.
And stayed on his feet more out of habit. The lights are still on, but nobody was home.
Nobody.
This is gonna be stopped. Dave Harris has got it and stopped it.
Landing a precise series of shots to the chin.
He roped, bro. He was letting them. He was drunken mastering them, and then was like, "Yeah, I'm about to beat you up now." He danced on him, then KO'd him.
And stopping the owner of 2 belts, Manny sensationally claimed the junior welterweight championship.
Well, he's a showman, and he can fight too.
A bad record, it doesn't mean that I'm a bad fighter.
Returning home, Augustus went up against the undefeated Terrell Finger in 1999.
Terrell
He
Finger
charged in out of the gate to justify his perfect record of 21 wins with 15 knockouts. Unfazed by the number.
He ate that?
21 wins with 15 knockouts. Unfazed by the numbers, Manny fearlessly got into the scrap.
Я должен вам сказать.
Touched up the midsection.
Ну, как вам это нравится?
And didn't forget to show off.
Ну, 8-раундовый бой.
Then both switched to combination work, establishing parity in the ring.
Ooh! Ooh!
The entire third stretch saw them trading flurries of decent punches.
Так. В бою это...
However, it soon became clear that Finger's hard intercepting strikes were now insufficient to thwart the Drunken Master's offensive drive.
Ooh, get right with him then. He's somewhat fast.
Настолько свободно себя чувствуешь.
He got good. I say his accuracy is
Manny
insane.
fully hit his stride. Found a home for counters.
Скорость к концу удара.
And Finger began having trouble navigating the landscape.
He weaving that shit. Hey, like his defense is
endured the punishment until the 8th
his
round,
defense
often
is
stalling against the ropes. And beating hasty strategic retreats.
То ли он лишает себя пространства, как бы,
Come here, don't run.
когда подходит на среднюю дистанцию.
A minute before the bell, Augustus located the off switch.
I could have made some of these even 10-8 rounds. Well, right now, oh, and down he goes! Finger down on his back.
Ref should have been called that.
Launching a couple of hooks plus an uppercut and cracking Finger's virgin chin, Manny rendered him unconscious
That
for
uppercut
several
got him.
minutes.
And Burton goes into that dance. He knows it's over.
Nah, Gus is underrated. I
His
don't know though,
reward
bro,
came in
because it's like
2000 in the form of what was considered a mission impossible. For a laughable fee of $20,000, he was brought in to be slaughtered by Mayweather Jr.
20K?
Known as Pretty Boy Floyd, the 23-year-old Mayweather prided himself not only on his harem of girlfriends, but also on a perfect portfolio of 23 wins with 17 knockouts.
This fight.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
By Mayweather and
I just watched Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd, I ain't gonna lie. Floyd's actually a knockout artist, bro.
Yeah, held
Floyd
the
actually
WBC
was
world
knocking
title at super
Yeah, he
featherweight,
was-
which was just the first of his forthcoming 15 belts in 5 weight classes.
he's accurate when he throws it. Now he wobbles Chavez.
Even back then, Floyd was known for his Philly shell.
This is a very good round for Mayweather.
Ooh, what like a drop? Like a drop knee.
For Mayweather.
Oh, he really rocked Oscar coming in.
Yeah, he did. He caught him with a good
All right,
right hand.
Oscar, you better
That
chill out.
opened up the right hand after the shoulder roll.
He top 5 defense and top 5 counter push up all time. That's a fact. Ooh, bro, y'all can't tell, bro.
Oh, and he goes down with a stunning right. A stunning right cross.
His toolbox also included a well-calibrated left hook.
Because
Them left hook's dangerous. That's the best. That's the.
unfolding body shots.
Well, he told us yesterday he did not want to swing.
Ooh, that hurt.
And sniping combinations that rarely left opponents standing.
To the ear of Chavez, and that's it backwards. Now he has
Ooh,
another
shit.
round. His trainers.
Sleep.
Before the bout, Floyd had a falling out with his father, who was his head coach,
That was before that fight?
which led him to train under Uncle Roger.
Oh, no, that was okay.
Round one.
Due to changes in
All right.
preparation, Mayweather came out uncharacteristically hot.
That might happen either May or June. Look at the quickness as Floyd goes right to work.
And yet staying right in his enemy's face and relying on unpredictable head movement,
Nice flicking jab inside from Floyd.
as well as timely blocking.
Some footwork, holding his hands down. And that'll be just great for Floyd because he will light him up.
Augustus began to apply pressure, doubling up the left hand, which was an effective antidote to the Philly shell.
Ooh. Ooh.
Floyd urgently bombed the torso,
Back and then throws a right. There's a combination into what a fighter does. Burton trying to
fouled with his elbow.
the right hand cocked and ready to unload if he can.
Watch that elbow.
Mayweather, nice overhand right.
And found a gap for the left hook.
Big
Ooh,
left
that
hand
left hook
Manny
get
blew
blew
him a
up. Shit.
kiss
at Floyd Mayweather.
and went on the offensive in the second round.
Keeps flicking the jabs, throwing the jabs.
Soon they got stuck in close range.
Continues to come in and throw. Very active.
Augustus took several meaningful blows.
With that little uppercut from the inside. There's a left and a right. Two hard punches. Another right to the jaw from Floyd.
And even
boy
though
Floyd.
Mayweather rushed to finish him off, riding a will was not in the Drunken Master's plans.
He's landed 3 or 4 hard shots.
He said, come on, let's fight.
Continues to charge forward.
Making Floyd miss
A lot of redness to the face.
and
Ooh.
relentlessly throwing annoying shots of his own.
Able to tee off with several shots, but Burton.
He became the first to give the Golden Boy a run for his money.
There's another right and another
Oh.
right. He's coming forward. What an impressive round.
At the outset of the third, they traded body strikes
The leopard trunks and the champion Floyd.
and reverted back to head hunting.
Those are some hard punches from
Oh.
Mayweather. Good left that got inside, and now
Oh.
over Burton. Those are some
He actually caught
hard
Floyd, though.
punches from
Bomb.
Mayweather. Good left that got inside.
He got
and
caught
now
with
it's
3 of
all
them
over
things.
Burton. Take a look from this angle. Burton keeps
Boom.
coming forward. There's a nice left. That was a nice punch that snapped his head.
At the end of the stretch, Floyd broke Augustus's nose.
Emanuel Burton. There's another right.
Meanwhile, the Drunken Master clung tightly to his consciousness.
Mayweather Jr. Another right hand straight in from Mayweather Jr. He is really doing a lot of damage.
And continued to pour
He
fuel
is.
onto the
He beating the
flame.
fuck out of Buddy. I ain't gonna lie.
There's a little
He
bit of a punch
Floyd
off the
accuracy is
bell.
Keeping
crazy.
Floyd busy with left-hand connections. He swallowed his foe's signature punch without flinching.
Blood to the face. There's a big hard right hand to the side.
Signature
Oh,
punch
that
without
nigga
flinching.
chin is
Blood
crazy.
to the face. There's a big hard right hand.
His
to the side.
chin
Burton's
is
head
crazy.
not in
Bah.
there, which means it really hurt. You can see that Burton was bent over from that.
And pinned Mayweather,
He was like, I
worn
don't
out
care.
from early aggression, to the ropes.
Practice.
Augustus was doing so well evading Floyd's retribution attempts
Short little uppercut to Emanuel Burton. Goes. Mayweather tipping up the attack a little bit right now.
that it forced Floyd to move back to the center to explode.
Burton. Big hard punches. How long can Burton take this? Another hard right. Snaps his head back.
Oh, get right there.
Sensing blood, Mayweather detonated again. Manny
Ooh,
mocked him
Floyd
Front
deaf.
of Mayweather
and busted up his nose.
Floyd's going to body to see if he
Ooh.
loses.
While not so pretty anymore, Floyd was getting the better of the exchanges.
After the other, then he goes downstairs, bends him over, comes up top. Those punches, nice combination for left eye. And Burton.
Floyd
That left
just
eye
different,
together to
bro.
swell. 2 hard punches there. Another hard punch.
By the halfway point, both had expended a lot of energy and chose to spend a couple rounds dueling with minimal movement.
Right hand ready to load. Oh, it's a good combination right at the bell.
In the eighth, Augustus decided to try something new and switched to southpaw.
Backing up with the right. He's just beaten up. Managed to stay upright.
He put hands on Floyd.
Meanwhile, the champion continued to score points. And after a series of connections by him,
when Mayweather won the title, there he is going to the left hand.
The referee intervened to check the bleeding from Manny's ear.
Look in your ear.
During the break, the coach expressed concerns for his pupil.
You don't do something, I get up there and stop the fight. Come on now, we came here to do something.
Unfortunately,
came here to do something.
Round, Floyd blasted a body shot.
Now it's sharpshooting,
which soon prompted the corner of the frozen Manny to surrender.
Burton is going to his nose, and they're waving off. His corner's waving the fight off. Nelson Lopez is thrown in the towel. His fighter has absorbed enough punishment here.
The fierce clash between Augustus and one of the best fighters of
he
his
could
era
have stopped it before that shit,
and saw them throw 1,200 punches. And although the Drunken Master was far from prevailing, he exceeded all expectations.
Yeah, he lasted though.
Notably,
he was in there though.
Floyd delivered the decisive blow with his injured right hand, and later gave the adversary due credit.
Emanuel Augustus was my toughest opponent. His record didn't show his skill set, but the guy was unbelievable.
Despite the outcome, the stock of the 25-year-old Augustus went up. He celebrated it with a bag of weed, resulting in a failed doping test, but managed to have 2 performances in 1 week while in an elevated mood and scored convincing finishes.
A lot of his offensive opportunities, not just his hand movement, but it's been his defense too. Land on Griffin.
He nasty, but I ain't gonna lie.
He's got to be stopped now. And he does. Bernie steps in and does it. Griffin argues, but please.
In 2001, as a guy who guarantees an enthralling spectacle, he was matched up on 2 weeks' notice against Mickey
2
Ward,
weeks'
the
notice?
Irishman, whose story inspired the 2010 movie starring Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg, which
It's a
won
movie
2
on
Oscars
that?
that year.
There ain't a movie on that? On a Mickey Ward Gotti fight? Or is that just a movie on Mickey Ward? I ain't know that. Y'all ain't tell me that in the comments, man. I'll be holding
the
back.
35-year-old Ward, who had worked part-time in construction, possessed a record of 36 victories to 10 losses with 27 KOs.
Ralph
was revered for his exemplary body work.
Oh, he get that body going.
And would go down in history with a trilogy for the ages versus Arturo Gatti.
Arturo Gatti. Ooh, get right. He hurt.
Mickey applied excruciating pressure from the very outset, bulldozing Manny to the ropes and unloading for the entire first round.
If I feel that he hits hard, he needs to fake to the body, go up top, like that!
In the second, Ward stayed...
Hold on, what happened?
I feel that he hits hard.
First round?
He needs to fake to the body, go up top, like that!
And in the first round? I'm about to say,
Ward
damn.
stayed more tenacious than a tax collector.
To be effective.
Augustus snapped back.
Responds, but Burton blocked those left-hand punches.
Tried to get the straights going.
Short little things that...
And put water in the basement.
Still gave the round to Ward easily. He had his right hand in the perfect spot, Daddy.
Ooh.
But got stuck in the clinch for a while.
But get away from the ropes, boy.
Nevertheless, he gradually adjusted to sneak in his own shots.
With something that would slow him down. But Burton times it.
And the night turned into an instant classic.
Exactly what Burton's looking for. Each guys had their moments in the third.
Oh shit.
Each guys had their moments in the third.
Next, Manny implemented his patented footwork, finally reminding everyone why they called him the Drunken Master.
Think Burton would have a little edge.
Ward hurried to take the action to the fence, where his strikes felt heavier.
They was.
You lean forward. You don't see that uppercut connect.
that can leave him very vulnerable to the
that left hand, boy, some dangerous.
Augustus escaped, preferring to duke it out in the open field.
Burton pretty much always ready to go. Took this fight.
Mickey want him on them ropes.
In the fourth, Manny showed some of his own wrestling, momentarily assuming the role of the aggressor.
Putting him on the rope, going to the body. Burton switching positions right there.
Okay.
From afar,
Ooh.
closer than it looks as Burton lands a left and then a straight right hand.
Then, taking punches along the way, Mickey spent a minute driving him into the corner.
And you just watch what's going on. Tight fight. Another right hand, left uppercut.
Even there, Augustus was fighting balls out.
You don't see too often. Holy cow! Again, the opportunity for uppercuts is there for Burton.
As the round wrapped up, they both threw caution to the wind and simply went full throttle.
Professional. One of those punches and Burton landed the punch. He's coming back.
Burton came right back. He knew he might catch Mickey laying there. What a fight.
After the break, albeit in a perilous position, Manny continued to rope-a-dope effectively.
The rounds pass and the late rounds come.
Mickey Ward gonna bro.
He's creating room.
Mickey Ward create movies.
Paying attention to the Irishman's torso, sought to establish a new paradigm.
Good left hook by Burton. He shoots a right hand to the body.
Not intending to back down, Mickey held his ground, and the pendulum swung to his side.
Mickey's looking to time him now in between the punches, and that's exactly what Mickey just did. He was waiting for Burton to punch, and he wanted to punch with him.
Augustus retreated again, and they got back to square one.
Forward. Now Burton gets rocked a bit.
Good body punch from Mickey. Both guys are trying to nail each other.
The reaction of Ward's baffled fiancée fully reflected the situation at the midpoint of the bout.
Charlie Fleming.
Again, Mickey leaning forward a little bit on the inside.
As her beloved Damage Merchant was losing where he used to wreck people.
Damage Merchant is crazy. Damage Merchant, really? Call that man a damage merchant. He do deserve a lot of damage, but he tossed it out too though.
Room for himself to punch in between like he's doing right now.
Even the famous trainer and commentator Teddy Atlas occasionally lost his cool.
Right hand by Mickey Ward, and a good right hand back by Burton.
Left hook to the body.
Despite Emanuel's advantage in punches landed, it was only in the seventh stretch that he first took the lead on the cards.
He was competitive. He came here to win.
Oh!
He definitely had it in his fight plan. He knew he was in there would have done that.
Oh!
Crazy melee in the final seconds couldn't hold him
I ain't gonna lie.
Try to catch Burton as he's going. Burton's winning the exchange and winning the round. Bombs away.
He is getting right.
The eighth was going in Mickey's favor at first.
May not want to take.
Meanwhile, by the end of it, he was probably regretting signing the contract instead of waiting for the promised title shot.
Well, Burton's got toe-to-toe. Right hand, there's the bell.
Manny dominantly took half of the ninth.
A little subtle way, trying to set up a head shot. Going underneath.
But shouldn't have stayed in the line of fire.
Oh!
Summoning all the strength he had left, Mickey stepped on the gas, and the Drunken Master's shop-worn liver betrayed him.
From those combinations and those
Body shot.
Oh, Mickey Ward has a big entrance. There's that body shot.
Dropping Manny by going high-low.
Damn.
And then bang! Down to the body.
Ward made him desperately count the seconds to the bell.
Look for Mickey to stay on that body. What a battle! What a battle! Defensive a little too long. Mickey jumped in.
Entering the final lap with his advantage nullified, to the crowd's surprise, Augustus introduced another plot twist.
Oh!
Guess why, partner? Offense, not just defense.
prompting Atlas to shower the athletes with praise.
If you've never seen what fighters look like, you're seeing it.
Mickey Ward been in some battles, boy.
A real fighter.
The epilogue of this dramatic thriller was on par with the previous chapters.
Burton has had a very good 10th round.
Fight of the year. Fight of the year.
Following 10 rounds and 2,000 bombs thrown, the all-out slobberknocker earned the Fight of the Year honors and a nomination for Fight of the Decade. And
damn.
Yet, despite Manny's lead-in punches landed and almost equal scoring for anyone watching with open eyes, the judges were ruthless.
The judges were ruthless. Landed more punches, tie scorecard. Damn. Unanimous. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The fact, that's crazy. That's nasty. This is nasty. This is nasty. It's nasty. That's
Instead of
nasty.
going on a bender, in 2002, the Drunken Master took on the allegedly unbeaten Jesus Santiago. After the fireworks of the previous year, Emanuel had an easy time changing stances and levels of attack with straights.
And comes in, but Augustus.
And avoiding damage, maneuvering around with his hands low.
Because he has good boxing skills. Freddie Pendleton. Yes, that's exactly what they're shooting to do. They're hoping to do that. Here's Santiago.
Can't hit me, boy.
He was winning the battle for space with ease, keeping the foe on his toes.
I believe this fight will come down to conditioning. So here we are, the 7th round.
And issuing punishment in tight.
Good explosion there by Santiago's right eye looks a little bothered, especially when you have a squirrel-up eye and a guy's...
By the 8th round, the poor fellow's right eye had started to swell shut. Manny began throwing concussive blows from the blind side with his left.
Took over the fight the last couple of...
And then decided to swing for the fences.
Yeah, you never know how the judges are scoring this fight. But there's one round...
Ooh!
A huge hook by Augustus. But there's one round... A huge hook by Augustus.
Smoking Santiago like a fat blunt with a right hook.
But there's one round...
Augustus called for a shot at the gold.
For you, what's next for you?
Well, we're looking forward. I'm gunning for all the top-notch fighters out there that got titles. I feel like it's mine. I'm going for it. Anybody got a belt? I'm coming for you. So if you don't want me, give it up.
However, in subsequent bouts, no matter how dominant Augustus was in the ring, no matter how much he entertained the fans in his unparalleled Drunken Master style, his chances for a happy ending were usually smaller than Hachiko's. Even knockdowns didn't help sway the judges in his favor.
Damn, word?
And still, WBC International.
You know, I can't afford for the fight to go the distance and it's called a draw or I get a loss. You know.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck no. And I'ma stand on that.
Okay.
I gotta knock the guy out. I'll knock the guy out, and I'm not gonna win the fight.
Alternating triumphs and decision losses, eventually, in 2004, Emanuel was matched up with Alex Trujillo, who owned the IBA world title. Not letting his groupies freeze, Augustus was bringing the smoke for 12 rounds, rubbing his gloves against the Puerto Rican's face.
Ineffective in this second round, landing just...
He chased him around the ring from time to time.
was married last August to Floyd
and initiated hot skirmishes.
When you have control in there, it's fun.
It really is. It might sound funny.
He said before that it's fine by him. He feels strong.
Alex managed to test Manny's chin here and there.
With this fight.
And they trade here at the end of the fourth round as more
forward. He should box. He should counter. And he's a little frustrated.
But more often than not, his shots were whiffing by.
He can get a little hope.
What a dose of derision from Emanuel Augustus. He is just mocking Alex Trujillo, and you can see the frustration with Trujillo, Teddy.
He's got to go and just see if I can find some way.
At the end, Augustus pulled a Roy Jones.
With the help of the crowd.
Clown Trujillo for good measure.
Maybe the first time we've seen it to this extent.
And secured the decision in a one-sided affair with a bang.
Body work of the country. That's keeping Trujillo out of this.
Tries to fight his way out of the corner. Augustus, much more though.
Celebrating the birth of his daughter with a title win, Manny faced Courtney Burton, who is known for his unsportsmanlike behavior.
Dedicated himself to the ultimate opportunity.
And had a solid resume of 20-2. Competing on enemy territory with biased officials, the 29-year-old Augustus began cooking with gas right away.
Quick hands to Augustus. Now Burton will switch on you. He'll switch southpaw every once in a while.
Peppered single strikes off the back foot.
Heavyweight Mike Weaver.
All the showboating
and toss at him like...
And switched back to automatic fire, reinforcing his supremacy.
We've had him. Buster Drayton, junior middleweight, Kelvin Seabrook, featherweight, Freddie...
In the third, the Drunken Master found the groove.
Augustus, now here comes the showboating that he's known for.
Ooh.
And this crowd here in Muskegon, Michigan gets the first taste of it.
For this, a smiling Manny got hit on the back of the head.
It can hurt him with the fighter. It can help him because he...
Offended, he increased his output in the fourth.
Why hit him in the back of the head?
Rubbed the liver. And floored the dirty nemesis.
Oh, body.
Does a good body shot.
The referee, a closet Burton fan, did not acknowledge the knockdown.
That's a good shot. This guy should not get away with this.
Despite him, Augustus fooled around just before the horn.
For Courtney Burton, could have been a knockdown.
A knockdown.
That's a good shot. This guy should not get away with this.
And
what?
Did not acknowledge the knockdown.
That's a good shot. This guy should not get away with this.
Despite him, Augustus fooled around just before the horn.
For Courtney Burton, could have been a knockdown instead of a low blow.
The fifth and sixth stretches transpired in a distinctively seesaw fashion.
Back to any look of success.
113.
Until the referee once again saw a phantom low blow.
What is this? Well, I didn't see one. Maybe you people back home have better eyes than I do.
Sensing that his rival was being carried to victory,
bro,
Manny started turning him into a punching bag.
Crazy, bro.
Nice work by Augustus. Best way for Augustus to serve himself is to get outside and do what he was doing.
Right hand scores at the end.
In the eighth, Burton went for a hug. Augustus wiggled out,
Well, his hands are down.
for which he received a scolding.
Strong punches. Instead, he's frustrated.
In the next tie-up, Manny got hit in the back of the head 3 times.
Referee tonight.
The corrupt referee warned him, not Courtney.
Look at this.
This didn't affect the general dynamic,
Almost as if they don't like the fact that he's stylish on
and Augustus kept landing even while looking away.
This is nasty, bro.
against Emanuel Augustus, who had a 33-15 edge in the 8th round, and now
What failed him was his unconventional escapes from the clinch.
1 round scored for Courtney.
The referee unjustly deducted a point from him without understanding why.
Turn it around, back facing the guy.
He did what?
He turned around, back faced the guy.
He turned around?
He flipped him around.
As the confrontation continued, Burton had no success to brag about.
Nigga said he turned around, he back faced it to the guy. He did what? Fucking idiot, man.
And Manny was ahead across the board, approaching the final bell.
Augustus,
Idiots.
good body shot.
Augustus got the best of it down the stretch. He landed 48.
In the end, the judges did what they were paid for.
From Benton Harbor, Michigan. Well, this This is a travesty here. This is terrible. Look, this guy Augustus acted like a clown tonight, but he also acted like a fighter, and he won this damn fight. There should be an investigation.
On that night, the meaning of the word robbery hit a new low, and this showdown became the perfect encapsulation of Augustus's entire career.
This is what's wrong with boxing.
Shit so nasty. I heard that ref should be fucking slapped 89,000 times. Whoever the referee is, he should be slapped, smacked, choke slam. Somebody should box him. Tell him, point deducted for turning around back facing the guy. Bro, this is nasty, bro.
Turned in 2005 without a hint of a smile, more focused on victory than ever.
Chris Smith, Dylan Carew. Good fight, very competitive fight. Then he got tired.
He pressed forward, and the hulking former challenger found himself in the role of a sacrificial lamb.
Ooh! Round 4. Carew needs some work on the cut over the right eye. Augustus finished strong.
Augustus masterfully stuffed the guy's guts with body shots in the process.
Frustrated just going after Carew. Carew has been circling a lot.
He never missed a chance to unload on the retreat either.
A lot of punches. Nice left hook. That hurt him. Carew trying some big ones.
The one-sided beatdown dragged on for 8 hopeless rounds.
The action continues.
The body shot's too late.
Good left hook. Let's see if we can see it come flying out. There it is.
As they came to a close, the outcome was clear as day.
I wonder how much that took out of him.
Mouthpiece again.
Here comes the uppercut.
Uppercut.
In command. Mouthpiece again, I think.
The contest was stopped by the coroner.
Boxer at age 30 who lost a tough decision last time. He's
Augusta.
Soon after, Augustus delivered the most spectacular performance of his life when former champion Ray Oliveira ran straight into the extravagant maestro's trap.
The only thing you're going to see from Oliveira, Joe, on the outside is that jab. But not Augustus. You're going to see a lot of things from the outside. Even some things that are a little unorthodox.
As simple as ABC, Oliveira was not ready for the combat tango of the Drunken Master.
with a showboating and a left hooker cut that comes in, and this is what he just loves to do, the stylist.
As a result, he was forced to accept being a silent extra.
And you strike your opponent. It also can take you a little bit out of the fight.
What an uppercut!
And you strike your opponent. It also can take you a little bit out of the fight.
What an uppercut!
That's nasty.
You can mesmerize your opponent.
Manny commanded the action for 7 rounds, selling 2 punches for the price of 1.
Exactly what it was. 2 of them.
Ray was receiving damage to his unprotected noggin all along the way. In the 8th, as it would later be revealed, a near-lethal strike grazed the back of his head.
Sharp shots. The guy's really hard to fight. He's hard to box. And
Experiencing an excruciating headache, Oliveira continued with his hands numb. Understanding the potential consequences, Manny started targeting the torso exclusively and waited for the stoppage.
Steve is saying, hey, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to... And there's blood coming
I appreciate Manny for that.
Expanding his collection of meme-worthy moments in the bout that cut Ray's career short and basically saving his life, the 31-year-old
I
Augustus
appreciate that,
performed
Augusta, man. Real nigga, man. Real nigga, bro. Cause damn. I hope dude all right, bro. Fuck. Appreciate man for that, bro. Augustus, man. Damn, he a real one for that, bro. He a real one.
swan song against the same Courtney Burton in 2006. In
He
his
beat you already,
66th
gang.
outing, brimming with confidence, Manny was touching up the target for 3 rounds.
in the trenches. He can look to jump on him.
Reminded Courtney of the past by diligently chipping away at the midsection.
A little bit, letting his upper body get ahead of him.
And ate his opponent's best shots with gusto.
With gusto.
Come the 4th, the Drunken Master was in the zone.
And tonight he gets to probably the most well-documented of those such occurrences.
The mentally shaken Burton was clearly losing his warrior spirit.
But then there will be moments
Oh my
where he
God.
will take himself out of off that flash, as you saw at the beginning of the round. He won't stay on an opponent.
He tried to end the battle.
Well, that he will get chances to do that.
But Augustus was relaxed and simply threw straights.
Into the fourth round.
He didn't forget to launch a barrage of torpedoes to the trunk.
If you get knocked out in your last 3 fights, you know.
Burton, round number 5 scheduled for...
And began breaking his man down in every aspect with no one to back Courtney up this time.
Augustus.
Yeah, ain't got no help this time. Ref can't say.
Badly in those fights,
Showing off, Manny dragged his nemesis into deep waters.
dribbling the ball too much, too many moves, not enough shooting. Maybe refreshing.
In the 8th stretch, Burton's liver started to give in.
As resident of my assumption, doesn't have to be
Augustus landed on the sweet spot
put to the floor all the time.
Ah!
Body shot.
and fiercely fired off the finishing sequence.
Together, that includes another body shot.
Will fight, or Augustus will fight in spots.
Ever. He has not come off that.
That body hurt.
And
Ooh.
Courtney Burton goes down.
And this time, he gets credit for it. And this time, he gets a knockout.
Causing acute organ failure with a blast to the body from southpaw and a furious follow-up.
He beat Buddy twice.
Oh boy, you think
It's a
that
fact.
was satisfying?
Emanuel tasted how intoxicating revenge could be.
Disturbing loss in his career.
Not long after, he claimed a WBC regional title. That was the perfect moment to walk off. However, Augustus lingered inside the ropes for another 5 years, jumping up in weight.
Why?
As usual, he put on competitive matches against international prospects.
Oh, look now. Oh, yes.
In terms of antics, the Drunken Master always earned his paycheck.
And for real, stop playing me hot. We. Woo! Can't touch me, man.
On my mind.
But each time he faced an unbeaten puncher, it grew increasingly difficult for him to take a shot. In his later years, Manny started losing by stoppage.
He got hurt, man. Yeah, he's gonna get hurt. That's it.
In 2011, he ended up on a 5-fight losing streak, 2 of which were by knockout.
Oh, and a right hand.
This marred Augustus's record to 38 wins, 34 losses, and 6 draws, prompting him to hang it up. The chance for a fun comeback vanished in 2014. On his way home from the gym, Manny caught a stray bullet in the head because of a shootout nearby.
I'm walking, next thing you know, boom, I'm on the ground.
Augustus spent 2 weeks in a coma, partially lost his vision and hearing, but survived. Under a dubious pretext, he was not summoned to court, and the criminal was released.
How is it that the police can't find the victim, but you guys can?
What the fuck? Yo, this man was done dirty his whole life. Like, damn, bro. That's insane. Why do you do our legends like this, man?
I don't get it.
Today, Manny is 49 years old, but in spite of his compromised health and challenging financial situation, he still goes to his beloved gym and is always willing to teach anyone ready to learn a few lessons. In the ring, Augustus's legacy continues through the young IBF champion Ben Whitaker, who keeps the Drunken Master's spirit alive. A video about him will be released on our channel soon.
Ooh!
You won't find Emanuel Augustus's name in the Hall of Fame or in the list of boxing's greatest champions, but he is living proof that one can become a legend without a plethora of titles or a squeaky clean record.
That's true. That's a fact.
Emanuel Augustus, who had a 33-50 was his back against the ropes. Right hand comes in, as does a good body shot.
For 2 decades and 614
Bro dropped them and the ref said, hold on, what you doing? What the bruh?
rounds, he'd been artistically beating the charisma out of his opposition.
I gave to Burton, and now
fought the sport's aristocracy tooth and nail.
Backing up with the right, he's just beaten up.
And despite unjustly bleak results, invited the audience to come along for a thrilling ride every time.
We're enjoying this fight so much. Good right hand by Mickey One. And a good right hand back by Burton. Bombs away. What a battle.
We can only wonder how the Drunken Master's fate would have unfolded with proper management in the modern social media age.
Bro,
fighters don't get that feeling to where they're so free and so loose to where they can do these things. I've learned how to use it when I need it.
In order to take you a little bit out of the what an uppercut.
And don't use it when I don't need it.
Oh, what a shot.
It's all in timing, you know, and I like to look good.
If you like this
video,
take a shot at the like button.
Look, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. They did my man's dirty, bro. They did him dirty, man. They did what it is, bro. Shit crazy, bro. Bro, every time we watch a boxing video, it seems like the judges be doing them dirty. Like, you'll see, it's kind of like they don't get done dirty as much. But it is more knockouts and stuff and submissions in the UFC. Golly, bro, just make it fair. Like, well, look, man, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Let me know who y'all want me to react to next. And I'm gonna see y'all next one, man. No doubt.